4 of the country's best cake artists have 8 hours to create cakes inspired by 4 of the most popular Disney films of all time.
So you're talking about Pinocchio and Mary Poppins and Snow White, Sleeping Beauty. Everybody knows these movies. Everybody loves them. Everyone is going to know if these guys get it right or not.
To win $10,000, the competitors have to get every detail right and impress the judges.
They're gonna say, Lauren's been working on her cake a long time. Has not started Mary Poppins.
I can't believe that Lauren hasn't started Mary Poppins yet.
I have no idea how awful finishing a cake of that kind of magnitude would be in 8 hours. I just wanted to crawl under the table and suck my thumb. My name is Lauren Kitchens. I'm the owner and executive chef of Fancy Cakes by Lauren in Dallas, Texas. We do mainly wedding cakes and large event cakes. This is my first time on Food Network Challenge. My cake is Mary Poppins. It's just kind of this strange creature that floats in with this letter that the kids wrote to hire a nanny that they've torn up, put in the chimney, and it's blown up into the sky. And she's come in to fix this broken family. The name of my cake is Mary's Keepsakes because there's so much going on in that movie and there's so many great characters, but I don't have time to represent all those characters. So I thought, what are some of the things that she would keep from this experience? So maybe she would keep Bert's broom, maybe she'd keep the top of a chimney, maybe she'd keep the family's kite, and Mary Poppins is coming out of the chimney. And then all of the other keepsakes are gonna be in the bag. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I chose the only live action character from all this list of movies. My challenge is making Mary Poppins look like Mary Poppins. And of course, it's on TV, so I'm really nervous.
These competitors have 8 hours to complete their Disney Classics cakes, and their time starts now.
When Keegan started the competition, we just raced and pulled the cakes out. It was just go, 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 go.
One of the things that Lauren's doing, which I would think would be extra challenging, is that she's doing a Mary Poppins.
She's actually a whole lot better than I thought she might be as a rookie.
The best way for me to do the eyebrows is like the eyelashes. Just use fondant so they'll stand off from the skin.
You know, I'm not a character artist, so I couldn't get it to look exactly like Mary Poppins from the movie, but it looked like a pretty woman.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I needed it to be. That's the best I could do.
I've done the face, I'll do the body, and you're doing the stencil for the chimney.
Yes. Awesome. Heather and I both worked on the chimney, and I'd hand cut a stencil with all the chimney bricks in it.
It's an easy way to make a brick wall.
And you're just going to peel the whole thing away? Wow.
Good stuff.
The judges love that. We even got a wow out of Patrick when that stencil came off the cake.
We've seen a lot of brick walls in our time, and some very bad ones, but that's pretty good.
I heard, oh, I've never seen this in challenge before, and we were feeling good. We were like, oh my God, we could win.
Welcome to Challenge, Laurel.
Thank you.
Well, you've been a wonderful challenge competitor, and we really enjoyed seeing your work for the first time. Overall, we think that you did a really, really great job. I wanted to reference the carpet bag. It did cost you 5 hours. You sacrificed time that you could have spent elsewhere, but the color of it was absolutely wonderful.
I really liked your brick technique, and I'm pretty impressed with what I see. But you used no filling in your cakes. It was all just cake and board. A lot of pastry chefs do sculpt a lot of cakes. Almost every one of them has filling in it. So that's a big deal for me.
Lauren, I really liked your cake. You had a lot of great detail in there, a lot of things that are very iconic for the movie. One of the things that didn't turn out as well as I'd hoped it would was the likeness to Mary Poppins. She has delicate features. The features on the cake Mary Poppins turned out a little bit thick. I know you spent a lot of time on her, but at the end of the day, Mary Poppins just didn't look as much like Mary Poppins as I'd hoped.
We were happy with the cake. We thought the bag was gorgeous, the chimney was perfect. You know, I was definitely proud. I was really proud, and I think that's what I wanted from this whole experience was to see the cake and be proud of it and to know that it belonged in the competition. It was incredible being on Sesame Street. I saw the lamppost, and I almost started to cry. My name is Lauren Kitchens. I'm the executive chef and owner of Fancy Cakes by Lauren in Dallas, Texas. This is my second Food Network challenge. The first time I came to challenge was to prove I could do it, and the second time I'm here to win it. Yay! My cake is based on Elmo, my good friend Elmo, who I met on Sesame Street. So, Elmo, I make cakes. That's what I do for a living.
Oh, Elmo loves cakes, but cakes are sometime food. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, for kids, they're sometime food.
Can I tickle you?
Go ahead.
Right here? Oh, you're so sweet, Elmo. Elmo is a 3.5-year-old red monster. So the design of my cake is called Monster Network Challenge. And Elmo has just won the challenge, and he's leaped up on the table holding his cake high in the air. Elmo's pet goldfish, Dorothy, will have already been medaled. We'll have a Carrie Vincent Muppet and a Patrick Costin Muppet, and the host of the show, Keegan Gerhard. I have to take a risk with this challenge because I'm up against some tough competition.
Hey, can you turn on the sugar, please?
We were feeling like this was going to be a great day. I really want to win. I just have to work harder than I've ever worked in my life. I'm starting Elmo, and Heather starts making the sugar for the fishbowl. And the worst thing that could have happened, happened.
That's hot as hell.
Are you okay? Heather burned herself.
I think we have a burn.
If it's a serious sugar caramel burn, she's done. You cannot use your hand. I mean, it will blister.
You got on those two fingers. Those two.
The problem is that it doesn't like burn and go away. You haven't touched a hot stove and you let go. The sugar is on there. You have to remove the sugar to get it off. So you want to plunge your hand in as quick as you can. It's a painful way to burn your hand, for sure.
If she doesn't recover from this, Lauren is in a real hole now. There's some drama going down.
She burned herself.
Heather spilled hot sugar all over her hand.
Is it blistering or anything like that? We're waiting for the paramedics to come, and I can't get my mind back on the cake. Oh, I don't have these on straight. So I'm finishing Elmo, and his nose goes on, his eyes go on, and I stand back and I think, okay, this is great. Elmo is finished.
I really thought Elmo would have a bigger presence in her design because it's our most popular character.
I'm happy with him. I think he looks sweet and excited. My concept is parody. That's a big risk that I'm taking because I have to explain to the judges, what does parody have to do with Sesame Street? So when the Sesame Street judge came in, I immediately went in for the hard sell. So I'm parodying this show, and since Elmo is the star of Sesame Street, he's the star of my parody. So I'm hoping the judges not only like my parody idea, but actually like the Muppets that I'm making of them. Hey, I'm Cookie Vincent. Your cake was awful. See, I can't do the Australian accent.
It is me.
It's good. It's really good. They're all really good. I was shocked but amused that, one, I'm blue and I have a big green nose, and she gave me a unibrow, which I'm not, it's the only hair she could put on me. I find it very funny.
I mean, I can't wait to see me.
Keegan is a Four Eyes. I think I like these glasses.
Lauren's design, of all of us there, she had the most creative idea. And it was probably the biggest risk because she decided to Muppetize the judges, and the work was extraordinary.
This competition may be over, but now each competitor must move their cake to the judging table. Okay, Lauren, time to move Elmo to the front table.
Out? I was just really shocked that we were able to pull through that day. That was crazy. Heather amazed me. I just don't think I could have pulled through the way she did. Thanks, guys. Awesome.
Good job.
First of all, I really was sorry to see that Heather hurt herself this morning.
I was hoping they would give us a little slack because of the terrible day we had. but I was nervous that maybe they wouldn't.
Your fondant covering was awful on the cake itself. However, I must say that I just loved seeing myself being Muppetized.
Oh my gosh, Carrie loved her Muppet. And I loved that she told me that at Face the Judges.
I'm not as thrilled being Muppetized as I think Carrie is. But I'm really blue, and I have a unibrow, which I really have to question why.
You know, Patrick, you're not Brad Pitt. That's a Muppet.
Lauren, I just love that you went for the parody angle. That's a huge part of what Sesame Street's history includes. And as much as I loved the parody, I think there's something about me that just wanted a bigger Elmo because you did a spectacular job. You really nailed the character.
She got the parody. She understood where I was going with it. She thought Elmo looked like Elmo. She got it. We got through this terrible day, made this great cake, and we could win. We could win. So the twist is the judges choose the first place cake. And from the cake that came in first, the wife has to also identify that cake as her newlywed cake. And then the cake will win. You're gonna be making packing peanuts out of modeling chocolate.
Okay.
So the bottom tier of my cake is a cardboard box with packing peanuts spilling out and Trey and Mandy's dining room table legs sticking out. The middle tier was a large gift box with an open lid that had a necklace that Trey bought for Mandy and her favorite flowers, which were calla lilies. Next to that box was an edible scrapbook and had images from their honeymoon in Mexico.
I had a good feeling about it because I really felt it was out of the box. But it was just different.
All right, we've got 1 hour left in Newlywed Cakes Challenge. Just 1 hour till the competitors' work must stop.
There's a bar in Trey and Mandy's new house. And at the bottom of the bar, there's impressions of letters. Trey said, I would love for this box to have those letters because Mandy will recognize it as that's an element from our house. That's okay. You know what? Take it off.
Okay.
Let's lay it down. There's an hour left. We're not stacked. We got to get this done quickly, and I want to get it done. That's the thing is you think you're going to stack your cakes quickly, and it's never quick. You just don't want to freak out at challenge. You don't, because it slows you down.
I think that this may be what can really set us apart.
Trace it like that.
Yeah. I wanted to use what we have in our relationship, and I think that's one of the things that really makes us unique. We have the hair.
Have the hair.
Lips, dress, and her veil. I'm like, I've got these little cuticle scissors, and I'm like making like little arts and crafts day or something here at the Food Network. I'm like, what's going on?
That's so easy. That wedding portrait was just, it was such a dead giveaway. I mean, honest to God, if Mandy couldn't pick out her cake with the interracial couple, then Trey has more problems with his wife. Oh, they're such a sweet couple.
The goal of this challenge was for you all to make not only a great cake, but to make it so custom that there would be no mistaking which cake was made for which couple. Now, the judges have chosen. Remember, you all still have a chance at $10,000.
First place will be announced. First, second, third, and fourth. That doesn't mean you win. The wife has to also identify that cake.
In fourth place is Tony Wright. And third place is Lisa Raphael.
We knew there was the two Laurens left. You know, I'm like, oh gosh, please, please, please. All these thoughts keep racing in your mind. I'm not gonna win.
In second place is Lauren Bozick, which means, Lauren Kitchens, the judges picked your cake as the winner. Congratulations.
I finally won a challenge. This is my moment. Where's my medal?
But the $10,000 isn't yours yet. We need to bring out Trey's wife to see if she picks your cake as the one designed for her and her husband. The other teams, you can leave the stage.
I've never gotten first place in challenge before. It was my moment, but not quite, because it wasn't done there.
When I walked into the competition room, I was so nervous because I was just so terrified that I wasn't going to choose the right cake.
Now, however, all the pressure is on you.
Okay.
Because in order for Lauren to take home the $10,000 grand prize, you have got to pick her cake as yours.
Okay.
If I didn't choose the right cake, I was gonna have a huge feeling of guilt because the person that won the competition won on merit and they deserved to win. It was too much pressure.
So Mandy, we ready?
I am.
Have you chosen a cake?
I have. I chose cake number 3.
Cake number 3, you chose Lauren Kitchen's cake. Congratulations, you were right. Well done. Well done.
I have won my first challenge. Oh.
Lauren Kitchens had a level of expertise that was at absolutely upper edge of all of the rest of the contestants.
Lauren Kitchens?
And then you know what felt better than getting the medal on was that huge check. I don't know how I'm gonna get it on the plane.
You got no rush for her? You got...
No, look like him. Yeah.
Tonight, 4 cake artists have the honor of making a SpongeBob birthday cake for one lucky fan.
Challenge is a whole different animal, and it will eat you alive, especially your first time.
Also from Dallas, Lauren Kitchens.
I've never done a challenge with Bronwyn. 2 girls from Dallas duking it out. I go up against her every day in Dallas. But this is a little different, it's challenge.
Claire starts the clock, and we start working. Frantic pace from the first minute, adrenaline the whole way.
That's the steel structure I made, and the whole cake is gonna be built on that.
My character for today's show is Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs is very selfish and greedy. My second character is Plankton, who is Krabs' nemesis. So the cake I'm building today, it starts with the floor of the Krusty Krab, and it goes up and you start to see Mr. Krabs on 2 red peg legs, and he's holding up a Krabby Patty in one of his claws. On the table is Mr. Krabs. What he's selling, his gimmick today, is the Krabby birthday meal, only $9.95. And I wanted to represent SpongeBob, but to do that, to make him a real character in this scenario, he would have to be just as big as Krabs, and I don't have time to do that. So I came up with this idea that every Krabby birthday meal comes with a SpongeBob action figure. Genius! First thing I gotta do, I gotta make the bottom of Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs is sort of a guitar pick shape. He's a triangle with a rounded bottom. So I have to create that shape, and I have to suspend a 7-pound piece of modeling chocolate upside down. So I put the melted chocolate on the modeling chocolate bottom, and I'm attaching it, and Ashley's doing the chill spray to freeze the melted chocolate to act as a glue.
Glue us on. It's not staying. Oh, great. First thing we do, it's not staying.
Sliding off. I cannot explain what a horrible feeling that gives you. I just wanted to pack it up and leave. Oh man, my confidence is completely shot. Look at that. So I'm hanging 7 pounds of modeling chocolate, and it's not staying. So I decide to go ahead and take the bottom off. The melting chocolate, that's my glue. And I'm looking at it going, this needs to be heated up. And so I get my head screwed back on, put the melting chocolate back in the microwave, heat it up.
Okay, Ash, this chocolate's a little hotter.
Reattach the bottom, chill it.
Well, now it's sticking.
It stays. So I'm feeling better about the bottom being attached, but now I'm going, what's gonna happen next?
That messed with my head.
So Ashley's pressing modeling chocolate into the SpongeBob mold. She's putting together like this minute puzzle of modeling chocolate. Little colored pieces, having to press them into the mold individually. It was just so hard. Ugh. So she pops it out of the mold. And you know, it's like missing an eye and a tooth, and it looks like SpongeBob got hit by a truck.
This ain't good.
There's no time to redo this.
It didn't set in right. I'm gonna have to remake the eyes and put some teeth in because it didn't form to the mold.
Even though Mr. Krabs is my character, SpongeBob is really important. It's SpongeBob SquarePants. If I couldn't get SpongeBob on the cake, there's no way to win this. Now Ashley's having problems. The SpongeBob she made, it kind of didn't come out of the mold quite right, and she's kind of having to fix it, and she's getting a little nervous. I just tell her, make do. Just put that eye on with your hand, get the pupil on, and get his arms and legs on, and let's just do it.
Hey, Mindy. Hi, Lauren. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. So I'm dying to get my hands on Mindy so I can sell her my concept. So when she finally does walk into the kitchen, we're having this horrible problem with SpongeBob. I don't want her to see that because she's my judge.
This is the floor of the Krusty Krab, a table from the Krusty Krab, and all of his stuff will be on it.
Ashley doing her work, and I'm trying to hide what she's doing over there because I don't want Mindy to walk around and say, what are you doing? You know, working on SpongeBob because we can't get it right.
I'm glad you came in. Come in later if you want
I
to.
will. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Look how good that other SpongeBob is turning out. Look at his kitchen. You want to go talk to him?
I didn't want to make him live action to Krabs because there's not enough time to make them both equally wonderful.
Right.
And I'm just like, come on, Frank, throw me a bone here. This is cute, right? And he's just, I don't have him. I don't have him. We're just not on the same page at all.
Thank you so much.
Right,
nice to meet you. I think he hated it. Ash, I need your eye.
A huge goal of my day was to impress Carrie Vincent. And she's just so hard to please.
Does the shirt dip down right there?
Maybe a touch.
If it's a touch, then Carrie will see it, so let me fix it. I was there to really bring the best game I could bring. I finally want Carrie to say, I loved it, I've got nothing bad to say. Is that possible? I'm here to try.
I think the story with Lauren is that she is so absolutely driven for perfection. She's basically wanting to gag me at Face the Judges as far as negativity is concerned.
His eyeballs and claws are the most important.
It's late in the day and I've got to put these eyes in.
The eyes don't go in right the first time. I'm done. I'm done. I have no time to fix it. I have no time to make it right. A one-shot deal. So, actually, if you could go to the side of him.
Yeah. As I'm lowering the eyes into the head, I'm just going, please, 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 please stay, please be straight, please work, please don't, because I can't go back from there. Got modeling chocolate eyes built on metal tongues, and those have to stick down into the cake. I can only do that once. I can't stick them down and go, oh, that doesn't look right, and then pull them out and stick them down again because it weakens the structure.
They look straight.
That was sort of my ta-da moment. I'm feeling good.
We're pushing the clock. We are using every single second we have. The claws are made out of solid modeling chocolate, several pounds each. And they need to be cold on the outside and warm on the inside. Because when I'm pressing them onto the spikes with a lot of pressure, I'm not damaging the form of the claw. I've only got one chance to do this, and time's running out. Tick-tock.
Ash, I got the claws on. The clock is horrible. The clock is like worse than the judges.
Bronwyn should never have done the gelatin. Those look like snot rockets.
Lauren, you're next. Please move Mr. Krabs to the judging table.
You got it, Ash. This was an interesting day because I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish, but throughout the day, I didn't think I could get it done.
It's time to face the judges, and even though I'm confident in the cake, that is always the worst part of the day. It's always been a beating. It's always been a beating.
Dear Lauren.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
What do we got here?
We have a chocolate buttermilk pound cake with a cookies and cream filling and a traditional vanilla buttercream icing. A very kid-friendly cake.
I must say it's delicious, actually. It is moister than it looks, so nicely done. Good planning.
The only real negative that I can say about the cake is he's not gonna wanna cut into it, and he may never find out what the cake tastes like.
That is the cleanest work I have ever seen on Challenge. I find it difficult to say anything bad about it from a technical merit and artistic value standpoint.
Lauren, I have to tell you, you've come a long way, baby. You have excelled every time you have stepped up to the plate. You came to please me, and please me you did. And I've never done this for anybody, but I am going to stand up and salute you.
Oh,
it was amazing.
That was great. I just started to cry. How can you not be touched by that?
One of you has the birthday cake that's going to the party, the winning cake. This decision was actually split between our pastry experts and the 2 civilians. It actually came down to just a handful of points.
Rick's cake was brilliant, and he probably sold Mindy and Frank.
The winner of Food Network Challenge SpongeBob birthday cakes is Lauren Kitchens. Congratulations.
It's a strange feeling to win. It's not what you think it is. It's just sort of like all the hard work and the sweat and the tears and everything of the day. It was all worth it.
I think, without doubt, it has been the best cake we have ever seen on Challenge.
Super clean. It was the character exactly in my eyes. I worried about the story, but she showed it to me in the end.
I think he's gonna remember this birthday forever. This is more than I could have expected. We're really thankful to have been able to be a part of it. And, you know, he's gonna remember this for years to come.
Thank you, Lauren.